Well, there's the buzzer to signal the players to get off the court. Welcome. It's Friday night basketball here in Upper St. Clair. We've got the Panthers versus the Canon-McMillan Big Macs, named after our favorite sandwich. At any rate, my name is Hank Chesko, and I've got cameraman Rob with us tonight. We've got about 30 seconds before the introductions. Just running down what we've got going on here tonight. Canon-Mac is 3-1 in the section. St. Clair comes in 2-1, 11-2 overall. Canon-Mac is 9-5 overall, but 3 of those 5 losses came to teams from out of state down in the KSA Disney tournament. So they've really, against comparable teams, they're really only 9-2, not 9-5. In terms of common opponents, we've both lost to Moon. They lost by 8. We lost in overtime, and we both beat Baldwin. Let's turn it over to the PA system and listen to our national anthem.
You're paid a complimentary admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by the students in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials or opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable.
Well, it's just before game time, and as I look around the stands, the Canon-Mac student section is fairly empty. There's a few students in front of us here in the middle. St. Clair stands are about 2/3 full. Was expecting a little bit more of a crowd, given that we were coming in fighting for second place in the section. I'm told there's an accident on 79 tonight, so maybe that's where some of the traffic is. Murphy's a 6'1" senior point guard. Number 23, Hayden, he's another guard, a senior. Very heavily senior-laden team here for the Big Macs. Have Dittmar, a 6'1" guard. Douglas, who is is a 6'6" senior forward. They have a big man, Tomaszewski, that comes off the bench, 6'8" center.
The starting lineup for your Upper St. Clair Panthers.
Zabraski, number 15, was also a senior.
A 6-foot junior, number 14, Christian Shea.
Leading scorer so far this season for the Panthers. Shea can hit the jumper. He can drive off the dribble.
At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 24, Pete Serio.
Pete, coming off a fine performance in the Upper St. Clair Holiday Tournament last week, scored 15 points in the finals.
23, Brett McCormick.
There's a change in the starting lineup. McCormick is in for, we'll see.
A 5'11" senior, number 11, Dan Simpson.
Simpson at the point guard.
And at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 3, John Austin.
And Austin rounds out the starting lineup. So a little bit of a change from the last time we broadcast. We've got McCormick starting instead of Elias tonight.
Tonight's officials are Jack Zillis, Bill Bader, and Reggie Smith.
Again, rounding out that starting lineup for Canon-McMillan, we've got Dittmar, number 41, Douglas, number 21, Hayden, number 2, Murphy, number 22, and Zabraski, number 15. Tip controlled by St. Clair. Simpson tries to press the issue, then decides to pull it back out. Austin zigged when Simpson thought he was going to zag, and the ball goes out of bounds to Canon-McMillan. First turnover here early in the early going. St. Clair token pressure in the backcourt. Canon-Mac easily breaks it. Pump fake and a drive. Follow is good. Beautiful follow up by number 21, Douglas. Canon-McMillan draws first blood. 2-0 early going of the first quarter. McCormick right inside the three-point line.
Basket by number 23.
2-2, 7:14 remaining, first quarter. Canon-McMillan moving the ball around quickly. They tried the entry pass, tried to put a little spin on the entry pass. I don't think that number 15, I'll get the name straight. That's Zabrowski. Zabrowski wasn't quite expecting the ball to take that funny hop off of the spin and went out of bounds. 2-2, game is tied. Austin looks to drive. Nice dish over to Austin.
Basket by number 3, John Austin.
Simpson penetrated on a dribble drive into the lane. Dish it off to Austin for the lay-in. 4-2, Panthers take the lead. Three-pointer from the corner. High arcing shot. Long rebound controlled by Serio. Austin on the break. Looks to pass back over to McCormick. Deflected by Canon-McMillan. Here come the Big Macs. I turned my head for 1 second, so it looked like that must have been a palm or a carry, but St. Clair ball side out. I was checking the scorer's sheet here in front of me. That's why I need a spotter. We need a paid spotter for these games. Shea brings ball over half court. Nice drive by Serio, beats his man, ducks his head in. 3 Panthers have scored in the scoring column so far, makes 6-2, 5:49 remaining, first quarter. Head fake and a drive. McCormick comes over nicely to reject that shot. Oh, the pass from Christian kind of caught Brett in between steps. And as he came down, he took that extra step before he looked to see where he wanted it to go. And it'll be a travel. Ditmar inbounds the ball over to Zabrowski. Murphy will bring the ball across midcourt, picked up by Austin. Ditmar on the wing. Zabrowski tries to get the entry pass into Douglas, but Douglas is fouled as a double team came down to cut off his angle to the lane. First personal foul on either team.
Fouls on number 24, Pete Serio, his first team first.
Takes the long inbounds pass because all the other shorter lanes were cut off. Austin picking up Murphy. Hand check by Simpson out on the wing. Zabrowski with the high pass over to Murphy. Murphy's trying to work the ball into Ditmar. Ditmar forces his way to the basket. Canon-Mac controls the offensive rebound. Stolen by Simpson. Oh, that was either a great defensive play or a foul that was missed. I think that Dan was looking to use his body to shield himself from the ball, and the Canon-McMillan player kind of gave a head fake there as though he was going to low bridge Dan. Dan adjusted his path to the basket and got tied up. Nice give and go. That's Hayden's first basket. Nice three-pointer by Pete Serio. Makes the score 9-4, almost near the midway mark here in the first quarter. Hayden in the corner, trying to get around Simpson. Finally gets past him. McCormick and Shea came over to help out. See who the foul's on. They're going to whistle it on Serio. That'll be his second. No, it's McCormick.
Foul number 23, Brett McCormick, his first.
I need to wait for the PA announcer and not read it off the scoreboard. But at any rate, that's fouls on McCormick. Hayden, first shot from Hayden is short, or Hagen. McCormick goes to the bench. Elias in. Second from Hagen is long. Rebound controlled in the corner by Simpson. Nice pass underneath Elias. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Murphy. Here come the Big Macs. Macs are standing around here for a second or two. Now they get into the motion offense. Ditmar drives. A drive and a dish. A drive and a dish. I don't think Shea's going to go for the head fake from 35 feet away. The long lefty jumper. Murphy gets the rebound, goes up strong with the left hand. Actually, that was Hagen. That was Hagen, not Murphy. Austin kicks it back out. Simpson looks to drive. Serio's had the hot hand early, and he still does. 8 points for Serio, leading all scorers. The second tray. Pete has the stroke tonight. Nice to see. 12-6, Panther lead, 2:55 and counting. Entry pass to Hagen. He was a little too deep to do anything with it. Foul 25 feet away from the basket on number 41, Ditmar. Well, the foul was on Austin. He fouled Ditmar. But I think you knew what I meant. Nice anticipation by Pete. Goes in strong. They don't have an answer for Pete Serio tonight. 14-6, Panther 8-point lead. Biggest of the night. Zabrowski tries to draw a baseline, drive baseline, a little out of control. Passes it right to Serio. Beautiful bounce pass. That beautiful bounce pass from Serio. Shea didn't quite have the angle, kicked it back out, reversed the offense, but then they were called for a walking violation over on the left side of the court. It'll be Canon-Mac ball. Ditmar bringing the ball across the center line, picked up by Simpson. Decides to go coast to coast. Missed the layup. It was a tough layup. It was contested. Spin move by Serio. Dumps it to Austin. I think it's time for a timeout here, Canon-McMillan. 16-6. Panther lead is up to 10 points. Zabrowski, nice pick on Austin at the center court. Elias steals the ball away from Hayden, or from Douglas. Simpson on the fast break. They cut it. It looks like we're going to have a 4 foul on Canon-McMillan. I didn't see that bump, but must have been as Simpson came to a complete stop. A couple of substitutions here. Looks like we have Joyce Zach checking into the line for St. Clair. And number 2 for the Canon-Macs, for the Big Macs, that's Hayden back in. Hayden did start, but he was out very early in the game. A few more students now piling in. They must have been caught in traffic, or they got lost coming north on 19. Canon-Macs inbounding. Austin picks up Murphy far from the basket. Ditmar tries to drive on Elias, but he'll have none of it. Joyce does a nice job of denying the entry pass to Zabrowski. And Zabrowski is going to get called for a little aggression there. He came over to try to make a play, got there a half second too late, and He's got an ample hip and gave a hip check into one of the St. Clair players. Just enough to call the foul. Not a big hit, but just enough. Serio running the point while Simpson's on the bench. Quick hands by Murphy, takes it off of Shea. Goes up strong. Nice basket by Murphy.
22, Charles Murphy.
16-8. Panther lead cut to 8. 34 seconds remaining, first quarter. Serio with the drive. He was a little off balance as he put it up, but he drew contact and fouled in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 22, Charles Murphy, his second, team third. At the line is number 24, Pete Serio.
First one from Serio. Bounces out. Ditmar comes back in for the Big Macs with 31.2 seconds remaining, first quarter. Serio makes the second one. Makes it a 17-8 Panther lead. Serio's going to take a little breather in between quarters. McCormick checks back in for him. Shea comes over to pick up Hagan. Hagan banks it in old school.
Number 23, Chad Hagan.
6 points for Hagan. Leads the Canon-McMillan team in scoring with 6. 17-10, under 20 seconds. St. Clair needs to get into their offense. Murphy picks up McCormick. Shea's going to have to take the jumper. Beautiful shot by Christian. Christian was quiet till the end of the first quarter. That was a big 3 to take the lead out into double figures. 20-10, end of 1. I don't think that Coach Holzer could have planned a better result, having a 10-point lead against a good Canon-McMillan squad at the end of 1. Largely on the efforts of Pete Serio, who had a couple of threes, 2 baskets, and a free throw for 11 points in the first quarter. Nice game for Pete in the first quarter. Big Macs fought back. They weren't about to roll over, and Chad Hagan kept them in there with that nice banker near the end to give him 6 points in the first quarter. Not a lot of fouling. Both teams have 3 team fouls. Well played first quarter. St. Clair defense caused several turnovers by the Big Macs, and those turnovers led to several easy baskets for the Panthers. Let's see, coming back on the court for the Big Macs, we've got their starting lineup of Hayden, Murphy, Hagan, Zabrowski, and number 21 Douglas. Simpson, Austin, Elias. Serio steals the ball. Nice anticipation, nice body control. Couldn't get it to go. Almost a quick basket, get the lead up to 12. But after that little flurry, it's still 20-10. Early minutes, second quarter. Student section finally getting a little cheering going with the "Here We Go St. Clair" cheer. That's kind of like the Steelers "Here We Go" cheer. Three-point attempt, side rim, rebound Serio. He had a notion to make a long down-court pass. You can kind of see him look up, but he got it over to Simpson. Simpson with a beautiful drive. Took a shot and went down hard, but he bounces back up, none the worse for wear.
Fouls on number 15, Zane Zabrowski, his second, team fourth.
Zabrowski, the aggressive football player, has picked up his second here early in the second quarter. Simpson looks to convert the three-point play, and he does. That takes the lead out to 23-10. Upper St. Clair, 7:20 and ticking. Again, that full court pressure from St. Clair, looking to get a quick steal on the inbounds pass if they can, not looking to harass them the whole way down the court. Sierra got away with a little shove. Nice entry pass. Couldn't get it to go. Finally got it to go. That was Spaltz. Spalt's first basket tonight. He checked in when we weren't looking. 3-point attempt off. Number 41, Ditmar, controlled the rebound, and Steve Elias seemed to kind of lose his balance as he was contesting the rebound, and a little ticky. Not much of a foul, but it was a foul. Ditmar picked up by Austin. Austin flicks the ball away and tries to trap Ditmar on the half-court line. 3-point attempt by Hagen, off. Ditmar tries to drive on Simpson. Simpson's going to get called for a blocking foul. Ditmar did a nice job of initiating the contact. There's no doubt that Dan did not have his feet set.
Fouls on number 11, Dan Simpson, his first.
Heady play by Ditmar. Applebaum's going to see his first action. Comes in for Simpson. 5th team foul on St. Clair. Big Max will inbound the ball. Spaltz breaks open. Ditmar gets him the ball. Hagen tries to work in on Applebaum and kicks the ball back out. Another palming violation. He's calling that tight tonight. That's the second one he's called on Hagen. That was Shane's dad that just walked in front of the camera. If you saw a partial eclipse of the sun there. Christian jumper from the corner, no good. Nice perimeter passing, working the ball around. Looked nice, didn't accomplish much, but it looked nice. Drive by Hagen, front rim, good.
Basket for number 23,
23-14, Panther lead, cut to 9. Syria running the point again with Simpson on the bench. Austin, they tried to double team Austin underneath, but that spin move was just too quick. (25-14), 11-point Panther lead, 5:12 remaining, second quarter. 3-point attempt by Ditmar, back rim. Austin had possession, but a nice hustle play by Hayden. Kept the ball alive. Got away with a little bit of a push, but it's basketball. Hagen again. Doesn't get it to go this time. Nice entry pass to Applebaum from Sirio.
Basket for number 32, Reed Applebaum.
That's Reed's first basket of the night. Takes the Panther lead back out to 13. Entry pass from Ditmar to Spaltz.
Basket for number 5.
4 points for Spaltz. Nice little spurt off the bench from Spaltz. 27-16, 11-point lead. Sirio drives all the way to the basket. The Canon-Mac faithful didn't like that call. And the reality is that Douglas made a nice job of rejecting it, but up front, number 23.
21, Chris Douglas, his
Well,
first.
I thought Hagen got him with the body myself. Hagen got him with the body, and Douglas made the foul, but they called it the other way. First one by Sirio is short. Score remains 27-16 St. Clair. Applebaum in for Elias to go with McCormick, Shea, Austin, and Sirio. Will be making his 4th attempt from the free throw line. Second is good. Pete's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. Hayden brings the ball over half court. Picked up by Shea. Number 4, Glending, in and out. He was a JV player that we didn't expect to play tonight. On the scorebook, we have his name is Glendinging. Not sure if the spelling's right on that. There's a discrepancy between the scorebook and the Canon-McMillan website. Panthers look content to catch their breath and not necessarily slow it down, but they're in no hurry with the 12-point lead, 3:10 as the clock winds down. Serio penetrated in deep, tried to kick it over to McCormick, couldn't quite handle it. Deflection by the Big Macs. Hagan harassed out beyond the 3-point arc. Jumper, no good. 3-point. Detmar kept it alive. Tapped it over to Hayden. Jumper by Shea. Back rim, no good. (28-18), 10-point Panther lead. Yeah, I think we're going to call an offensive foul there. Number 23, Hagan, he just kind of tucked that ball under his arm, and he was not going to be denied. He looked more like a halfback than a basketball player on that play. There were St. Clair bodies flying in every direction. I don't know that we necessarily had position, but when Hagan goes in there with that kind of reckless abandon, you're going to get called up for the offensive foul most times. Nice pick up top by Joyce. 3-pointer from McCormick. Air ball. 28-18. Score remains. 10-point Panther lead. 2:02. Douglas whips it back out. 3-pointer from Hagan. Hagan has 11 of the Big Mac's 21 points. St. Clair does not have an answer for him. Applebaum tries to go baseline. He does. Nice spark off the bench from Applebaum. Hagan didn't think that Applebaum had the quickness, but he got by him on the baseline. Panther lead back to 9. 1:06 remaining, second quarter. Stolen by Simpson. Oh, pass was a little too long for Shea. He went back out and got it. I think Dan saw Krishna at the corner of his eye, tried to get it over to him a little too quickly. Shea had the lane if the pass was just a foot or two to the inside. A little stutter step and a drive. High off the board. That's 5 points for Simpson. 38 seconds remaining. Panther lead back to 11. Douglas tried to drive baseline on McCormick, who's cut off, whipped it inside. A little too hard. No one could really handle it, but it went off a Panther, so it'll be Big Mac ball under their own basket. Spalt's head fake, 3-pointer, and was an air ball, and I think it's going to be off of Hayden. Again, when the air ball goes up, no one underneath the basket quite knows how to position themselves. Look for the Panthers to hold for the last shot. Just under 10. Simpson might have gotten away with the walk, but McCormick will take the 2-pointer. Long rebound. This should end it. Desperation shot goes off the backboard. Well, we had a second quarter that was a little more even than the first quarter. St. Clair with 11-point lead, 32-21 at the half. Time for a beverage. We'll see you in about 5. Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hank Cheska, and we're here to bring you the second half of our Friday night special. Upper St. Clair Panthers versus the Canon-McMillan Big Macs. St. Clair takes an 11-point lead into the second half. We've got about 40 seconds or so, according to the clock, before the teams get ready for the tip-off. Let's recap the scoring quickly. For the Big Macs, 21 points, led primarily by Chad Hagan with 11. Several other players, Douglas chipped in with 2, Hayden 2, Murphy 2, and Spaltz with a nice spark off the bench had a quick 4. For St. Clair, a little more balance in the scoring. Sirio had 12, but he was joined by Austin with 6, Simpson with 5. Shea had 1 3-pointer right at the buzzer in the second quarter for 3. Applebaum had 2, again like Spaltz off the bench, and McCormick had 2 to get us to 32-21. No individual players in foul trouble at this point, and the team fouls were actually pretty low in the first half. Neither team made it to the bonus. Looks like we have a little bit better Canon-McMillan contingent here on the student side in the second half. Again, with some traffic problems and some accidents on 79, they may have had some difficulty coming here, but I think they're here to enjoy the second half. Looks like the St. Clair student section's filled out a bit too, maybe 84 to 85% capacity. Sirio inbounds the ball to Simpson, joining Elias and Austin and Simpson as our starters. A little pressure by Hagan. Ball goes harmlessly out of bounds. St. Clair will inbound in front of the scorer's table. Fighting a little bit of a sore throat that's come on here in the second quarter, so if my voice cracks once or twice, my apologies. I'll try to stay hydrated and save you my raspiness. All right, guys, I could just shut up. At any rate, St. Clair guarding the 11-point lead. Elias picked up at the 3-point arc. Simpson drives, decided not to go with it. Elias got the baseline, but Douglas came from behind and blocked that shot. Hagan looking to start off where he left off. 3-pointer, long. Nice box out by the Panthers. Elias controls, breaking quickly. 3-pointer, yes.
Number 24, Pete Sirio for 3.
Sirio retains his hot hand. 15 points to lead all scorers. Take the St. Clair lead out to 14 points, 35-21. Just under 7 minutes remaining, second quarter. Zabaski, entry pass. Seems like every game, when one player on the opposing team gets a hot hand, Coach Holzer goes to his best defender, who was probably Austin, puts Austin on Hagan. He did that against Peters Township. Shut down the Peters Township leading scorer in the fourth quarter. Murphy up top, gets it over to Hagan. Zabrowski got the entry pass into Ditmar, deflected away. Simpson on the quick drive. Beautiful play by Dan Simpson. 16 points, St. Clair lead. Simpson with 7. Douglas, nice entry pass into Murphy.
Basket for number 22, Charles Murphy.
First second half points for the Big Macs. 37-23, 14 points, St. Clair lead. Sirio tries to extend it. Goes up with the left hand. Got a little bump going for the loose ball. No foul. Here come the Big Macs. Long jumper, 2 points in the corner. Tap by Zabrowski. We've got a scrum. Will Elias come up with it? Almost. The ball's on the ground. Steve comes up with it 9 times out of 10. He was in there fighting for it. I think a foul was called on the floor before he could rip it out of there. Three-pointer by Zabrowski. Front rim rebound Hagan. Hagan goes up strong. Chad Hagan, 13 points, going to the free throw line, trying to cut that St. Clair lead down to 11. The Max won't go away. St. Clair gets the lead in double figures, but the Max fighting hard under the basket. Short. Simpson comes into the lane to get it. Oh, almost a carry. The other ref's called two already. He had the right ref on behind him on that one. Wild pass. Panthers need to settle things down a little bit here. Canon-Mac coming out with some nice defensive pressure here in the second half. Long three-pointer, side with backboard. Big Max taking some chances on defense, going for the deflection, going for the steal. Shea, Long gets his own rebound. Oh, Syria might have shoveled his feet on that one. Nice drive by Shea. A little off balance when he shot it. Rebound Douglas. Big Max trying to get that lead down to 10. 37-25, 4:05. Nice entry pass, nice kick out. That's Dittmar with a long three-pointer. Fouled by Simpson as he was shooting.
Basket number 41, Chris Dittmar.
You know what? You hate to see a foul on a three-point shot, because it's typically a low percentage shot anyway. Chance for the four-point play at exactly the midway mark. That three-pointer got the lead down to 9. First time it's been in single digits since the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. And he does have the rare four-point play in basketball. 37-29. Simpson running the point for the Panthers. As we said at the outset of this broadcast, the Canon-McMillan team is, the Big Macs have a good team this year. They're 3-1 in the section. They had a big victory against McKeesport. Simpson drives hard to the hole, goes up lefty, and is fouled by Douglas. He'll be shooting 2. Looking to take the lead back out to 10.
Second team first at the line, number 11, Dan Simpson.
First one is good. Dan 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Makes the score 38-29, 9-point Upper St. Clair lead. Second is also good. Gives Simpson 8 for the night, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Actually, that gives him 9 for the night, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. St. Clair lead back to 10. Long jumper by Dittmar. Simpson cut off, but gets around Dittmar, drives to the basket, gets it off to Applebaum. He was a little too deep. And got the bottom of the backboard on the shot. As the shot came down off the backboard, hit him in the leg, out of bounds off of St. Clair. Canon-Mac ball. Hagan from the free throw line. Long. That running jumper, that jumper where you're still moving, that's a tough shot. While he got himself open, to be moving and take the jumper like that, oftentimes the player won't adjust for the amount of momentum that he has, and you'll see that shot go long, which is exactly what happened.
13, Christian Shea, his second, team fourth.
Shea commits his second. It'll be Canon-Mac ball underneath their own basket. Dittmar inbounds the ball to Zabrowski. Entry pass into Douglas. Zabrowski from three-point range. Those are Zabraski's first points of the evening, and they couldn't come at a better time for the Big Macs. Cuts the Panther lead to 7, 39-32. But as the Panthers come back, counterattack, there's a foul on the floor against the Big Macs.
Also number 22, Charles Murphy, his third.
That's 3 on Murphy. Only the second team foul here late in the third quarter. They're going to say that Christian was tied up as he went to the basket. Possession arrow is pointing to the Panthers. So the ball will stay right where it's at. 2:25 remaining, third quarter. Douglas has done a nice job keeping Christian under control tonight. Austin with a nice move. Oh, he had the patience. He got around his man. And that was an interesting play. It was one I'd like to see on replay. As you've often heard me say through the course of the season that, boy, if we had that on replay, we could see it again. But Austin did a nice job. He came over. He was double teamed, gave a pump fake. Players kind of went around and was sort of the parting of the Red Sea, went through them, and somehow, after it looked like he had been tied up, worked his way free for a little 4-foot, not quite a layup, a little 4-foot chipping. Take the Panther lead back out to 9, 41-32, and we've got a timeout on the court. Cheerleaders doing a little routine in front of the bench, in front of the student section. Oh, don't expect the Big Macs to go away. They're a tough team. They've got some good athletes. They've got some good shooters. And they know what this game means to them. For the last several years, St. Clair has really owned this rivalry, if you will. We've gotten the better of them, I think, for six or 7 games in a row, both here and there. So Canon-Mac, with this heavily senior-laden team, would like nothing better to do than to give St. Clair their second section loss. Dittmar behind the back, gets past Simpson. Serio picking up Hagan. Hagan leans in with that beautiful play by Hagan. He leaned in with the body just enough. Had Serio on his hip. Got all the way to the rim for a 41-34 Panther lead. Serio comes right back and says, "Take that, Mr. Hagan, I can drive too." 43-34, 9-point Panther lead. Minute 25 remaining. I guess it'll be a one-on-one show. Hagan against Serio. Both players are leading their respective teams in scoring here tonight. Zabraski with another three. Drains it. That's his second three-pointer in this quarter. Cuts the Panther lead to 6. That's 3 threes from the Big Macs here in the third quarter. Just under a minute. Nice entry pass. Serio knew exactly where his man was, got him up off his feet with the fake. He had beaten his man to the spot. And number 22, Murphy, is going to go to the bench. That's his fourth. He knew before the coach even called him out that he was going to be sitting with 4. 4 fouls, 44.4 remaining. 4 team fouls, lots of 4s. I love numerology. 3-pointer from Austin, yes.
Number 3, John Austin for 3.
John doesn't take too many threes, but he had a wide open shot with that nice lefty stroke. Takes the Panther lead back out to 9, 46-37, just under 30 seconds. Dittmar gave a couple of fakes and then tried to drive around McCormick. You know, that's another one of those plays where that's not Dittmar, I'm sorry. That's Douglas.
Number 32, Reed Applebaum.
Douglas kind of, well, the foul wasn't an Applebaum. I don't care what the announcer said. Serio saw streaking Austin out of the corner of his eye. John kind of slowed up, and Pete thought he was going to continue to streak to the basket, and the ball goes harmlessly out of bounds. Canon-Mac down 9, have a chance to get the lead down to 6. Oh, wild pass from Zabrowski, pulled in nicely by Ditmar. Long three-pointer from Ditmar, front rim. Ditmar took that long three-pointer. The Big Macs crashed the boards, couldn't quite get the rebound to go. Well, that was an interesting third quarter. St. Clair had held a 32-20 12-point halftime lead, and the Big Macs got it down as low as 6 at one point, but St. Clair took it back out to 9, 46-37. The story of the third quarter was 3 threes, one way in the corner from Ditmar, and two deep threes by Zabrowski. Those threes, when you're behind, can change the course of a game in a hurry. Now, the Big Macs scored a total of 20 points in the entire first half, but they actually scored 17 in just the third quarter. I always think it's always interesting in the high school game how a team can go from being cold to hot and so quickly.
Again, the winning number for the 50-50, 388-262.
388-262. If you have the winning number, well, if you have the winning number, it's too late. You've lost it already because you're seeing this game a couple days after the prize has been awarded. Just messing with you a little bit. Anyway, here we go. Fourth quarter, Panthers 9-point lead. Doing a quick reset on the fouls. Panthers have 5 team fouls, so 2 more, and the Big Macs will be going to the line. Big Macs only committed 3 fouls there in the third quarter, so it'll be a while before St. Clair gets to the line. Serio and Hagen match up. Hagen with 15 and Serio with 16 to lead their teams, but Hagen is called for the walk. Serio, Simpson, Austin, Elias, and Shea for the Panthers. Zabrowski, Ditmar, Hayden, Douglas, and Hagen for the Big Macs. I think we have a 3-second call. 3-second call on the Panthers. It'll be Big Mac ball. St. Clair pressuring the ball just to be a nuisance. Austin picks up Hayden. Haven't seen that matchup earlier this evening at all. Nice drive, nice dish. Hayden couldn't get it to go. He was in there with the trees. Nice rejection by Austin. Serio slows the ball down. Had a notion to fast break. Shea from the wing. Shea hasn't had a lot of points tonight, but when he's had them, they've really counted. Takes that lead here with 7:03 remaining, fourth quarter. Takes the Panther lead back up to 12 points, 49-37. Canon-McMillan quickly calls a timeout, not wanting this game to get out of control. A 9-point lead is one thing, but if it gets up to 12, then creeps up to 14 or 15, then all of a sudden you've got a tough road to hoe to get back in the game. Want to stem that and maybe get his players back on the right page. A victory tonight for the Panthers would take them to 3-1 in the section, move them into a second-place tie with Peters Township. Moon leads the section at 4-1. A Canon-Mac victory would make the Big Macs 4-1. It would give them a share of the lead with the Moon Tigers. So a lot of implications in this section on this game tonight. All 4 Canon-Mac players here in the backcourt anticipating St. Clair pressure. A little bit of pressure. Hayden picked up by Serio. Look for the Big Macs to, oh, Hagan is actually out getting a breather here. Murphy is back in. I think this is the first time Hagan has come out of the game. I don't know if he's injured or just want to give him a breather or get him ready for the stretch run. Zabrowski, another three, gets the backboard, bounces wildly. Elias turns the ball over to Murphy. 6 points for Murphy. Down to 10 point, 49-39. Panther lead, 6:19 remaining, fourth quarter. The Canon-Mac bench is looking for a call. They thought that it was last off of Simpson, but I think Dittmar tipped it away. Got the deflection, knocked the ball out of bounds. A little bit of a lazy pass. Nice hustle by Dittmar. Ran into Simpson. Could have called a backcourt foul there, but chose to swallow his whistle. Nice hard pick by Sirio on Dittmar. Dittmar, the center of everyone's attention right now. Shea drives, dishes it off to Austin, but Austin's called for the travel. Took a step before he put the ball on the ground. Chance for the Big Macs to get it down in the single digits. Hagan will be coming back in at the next break in action. Sloppy pass from Douglas. Simpson anticipates. Very nice play by Dan. He saw where the defender was, used the basket itself to shield himself from the defender, lays it in for a 12-point Panther lead. Simpson now in double figures for the Panthers. Canon-Mac doing a nice job off the offensive board. They crash hard every time they take a shot. Long-range lefty jumper. Little frustration foul on Murphy there. He took the jumper, no good. Going for the rebound, slapped Sirio across the forearm. That should be 4. If it's on Murphy, that's 4. That's 5 if it's on Murphy. And they're saying it's not on Murphy, that's on Zabrowski. I thought that was on Murphy, but I think the Big Mac's got a break there. As Murphy fouled him, I guess Zabrowski must have hit him with the body before Zabrowski took his forearm off. Zabrowski matching up on Austin, cuts him off. "12-point Panther lead, 51-39. Clock winds to 4:30 remaining, fourth quarter. And just as I say the clock is winding, the clock is stopped by a foul. It's a foul on the floor by the Big Macs. Let's see who it's on.
Foul number 21, Chris Douglas is third, team fifth.
That's 3 on Douglas. Douglas has 3, Zabrowski has 3, Murphy has 4. You know, several starters kind of getting in foul trouble here with almost 4 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Simpson gets tied up. And a nice double team by Spaltz and Hayden. I don't think Dan was expecting that double team. Got tied up. He might have walked with that ball, but they called it a jump. McCormick controls, being harassed by Douglas. Hayden was a second late getting over there, and just as he got over there, Simpson was blowing by him. He'll pick up the 4 foul. The 4 foul, that looks like that should be number 7. No, it's just number 6. The scoreboard's a half step ahead of me. Austin tries to drive. Austin was falling out of bounds. Got the nice pass over to McCormick. Couldn't get the bunny to go. Canon-Mac controls. 12-point Panther lead. Just under 4 minutes. Wild pass from Hayden, tried to get it over to Douglas. Douglas wasn't long enough. It'll be Panther ball. Zabrowski and Murphy check back in. Long pass over to Shea. They're looking to double up. The Big Macs are looking to double the ball almost every chance they get right now. They are down 12 with under 4 minutes to go, so they do need to get the turnovers to create offense. Simpson gets it into Shea. Simpson and Sirio having a little bit of trouble controlling the ball right there. Sirio calms things down. You have to know at this point that the Big Macs need a steal. They've got to get points off of turnovers, so they're going to be taking chances. Sirio doing his best imitation of the Harlem Globetrotters' Curly O'Neal with that ball. Simpson got to the basket but lost control as he went in for the layup. Sense of urgency on the Big Mac bench. Hagan with a three. That gives Hagan 18 to lead the Big Mac. He has 18 of their 42 points. Cuts the lead to 51-42. 3:09 remaining, third quarter. Every time the Panthers get the lead into double digits, the Big Macs come right back and get it back down. As I've said a couple of times already in this telecast, the Big Macs aren't going to go away. They're a quality team that would love nothing more than to beat Upper St. Clair in a section game on their home court. The Big Macs have 6 team fouls, so the next foul, St. Clair will be shooting a 1-and-1. If it's not a minimum, if it's not a shooting foul. St. Clair still only has 5, so they have 1 foul to give. They can get a little aggressive on defense and not worry about sending the Big Macs to the line. Big Macs are bringing out Hagan, Douglas, Hayden, Spaltz, and number 4, who we have a tough time with his name. The bench tells me that it's Glenn Denning. We'll just go with that for now. He's a sophomore that hasn't seen too much varsity action. Spaltz, that spark off the bench, gets in the way of the Elias pass, kicks the ball out of bounds. Dan can't move because it was off of Spaltz again. They're saying that Spaltz was on the end line when he stole it. Spaltz isn't a starter and hasn't gotten a lot of minutes tonight, but when he's played, he's made his presence known. Deflecting balls, getting some rebounds, getting some points. Nice contribution. Again, almost triple teaming Simpson. Canon-Mac faithful didn't see the foul on that one. Simpson will be going to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Dan 3 for 3 from the line so far tonight. The Big Macs substituting in and out on just about every possession, doing a defense-offense swap, trying to protect Murphy and Zabraski, letting them play offense but not defense. Simpson with a chance to get the lead back to 10 with his first free throw. First one is good. And as a bonus, he gets a second. 52-42, St. Clair lead, 3:01 remaining. Second one is also good for Dan. Nice 5 for 5 shooting from the line. He has 6 points in the second half to go with 5 in the first half for 11. He joins Pete Sirio in double figures for the Panthers. 11-point Panther lead, Canon-McMillan timeout. This should be of the 30-second variety, so it should be a short one. Look for Canon-McMillan to either work the ball in low quickly. If they can't get the ball in low quickly, then I think they'll be taking the threes. They've shown that they do have some range. They've got 4 threes here in the second half. 2 by Zabraski, 1 by Ditmar, and 1 by Hagan. And when you're down by 11 points with 3:01 remaining, eventually you probably do need to start shooting the threes. St. Clair will be going to the free throw line on every foul from here on in. So if Canon-Mac scores, look for them to commit a foul quickly, send St. Clair to the line, and try to get the exchange and get St. Clair to miss the free throws. They aren't going to let St. Clair take time off the clock. Open three by Hagan, front rim, rebound Shea. Quickly gets the ball down to Sirio, but there's no hurry. He saw the wide open Sirio and chose to get the ball across half court. Murphy comes out to foul Sirio. As I suggested, they need to foul quickly to get the ball back, hoping that the Panthers go cold from the free throw line.
Fouls on number 23, Chad Hagan is first, team 8.
Sirio and Simpson are the only two Panthers that have made a trip to the free throw line tonight. First one is good. Beautiful rotation by Pete. He's been practicing in the backyard. Takes the Panther lead up to 12. 2:34 remaining. Second one, perfect rotation again. He's 3 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. Panther lead 13 points, 2:31. Big Macs have to show some sense of urgency here. As the pass went over to Murphy, he was shoved from behind by Austin. It's a good idea to keep your opponent as far away from the basket as possible, but you're not allowed to push him to get him away from the basket. Oh, almost a steal by Sirio. He jumped the route. Dittmar took advantage. Dittmar took advantage of the aggressive Sirio defense. Works his way in for a nice layup. At 6 points for Dittmar in the second half after he scored nothing in the first half. 55-44, 11-point Panther lead, 2:17 to go. Panthers come out with McCormick, Simpson, Sirio, Austin, and Shea. We've got Hayden, Glendenning, Hagan, Dittmar, and Douglas. They've got Shea on a double team. He breaks through somehow. But if they don't get the steal right away, the Big Macs have no choice but to foul with being down 11 points with just about 2 minutes remaining. We'll be sending Shea to the free throw line.
23, Chad Hagan is second, team 9.
That's the 9th team foul, so they'll still be shooting a 1-and-1. Elias checked back in for McCormick there. Zabrowski back in. First one is long, but like he did in the Peters Township game, Christian gets the shooter's roll on that basket, hit the back rim, spun up directly straight up in the air, and came down. And the second one is perfectly clean. Gives Christian 8 points for the evening. 57-44, 13-point lead. Nice move by the sophomore, Glendenning. Those are his first points of the night. Cuts the Panther lead to 11. These timeouts are going to kill my voice. I probably won't be able to talk tomorrow. Such is the cost of being a professional broadcaster. Over the next 5 or 6 weeks, St. Clair will be going into the meat of their section schedule. We still have 2 games with Mount Lebanon to go. We still have a home game against Moon. Still have 2 games against Bethel Park. They'll be made up next. One of them will be a makeup next week there. The first game against Bethel was postponed due to moisture on the court. And then the next day we come back and play Bethel Park at home. Mount Lebanon, a surprising 0-4 in the section. I don't think anyone expected that. They did lose a lot of players to graduation, but I don't think they expected to be 0 for 4 at this point in the season. St. Clair will be inbounding the ball underneath the Big Mac basket. McCormick, Austin, Shea, Serio, and Simpson. Again, double team Shea over in the corner. McCormick over to Serio, calmly looks around. Gets it over the timeline just under 10-second clock. I think the Macs have to come out and try to foul. A lot of clock is going. The coach was wildly yelling to one of his players to grab somebody or hit somebody or just foul somebody, but it appeared that only one of the Big Macs understood the instruction. Simpson will be shooting 2. They're in the double bonus. Will be shooting 2 the rest of the way on every foul. Simpson remains perfect from the free throw line tonight. A nice 6 for 6. Actually, a nice showing for the whole Panther team from the free throw line tonight. Simpson 6 for 6. Serio 4 for 7. Shea 2 for 2. It's 12 for 15. That's a nice night. Make that 13 for 16. Coach Holzer has to be happy with that. 13-point lead, 1:45 remaining. Hagen's been quiet in the fourth quarter. Serio comes over, ball deflected. I thought it was off of Hagen's knee, but they're saying that Serio touched it last. Ditmar to Zabrowski. Serio just stuck his hand out to deflect it, and it looked like he had stickum on his hand. The ball just stuck to the back of his hand. Nice touch, Pete. Once again, the Canon-Mac players are trying to foul, but unless they draw blood, I don't think they're going to get a call here. And that clock seems to be going incredibly slow. There's still a minute 8 left. Minute 8 left, 13-point Panther lead. Ball out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. Serio will be bringing it in. Shea dribbles around 2 men. Double teaming the ball. Big Mac's trying to cut in, steal a pass, but it's a little bit late. And I think this one's going to be some of the fans here on the Canon-McMillan side starting to leave the building. We're just under 1 minute remaining, 59.2. Simpson back on the free throw line. Drains it again. Well, that last miss, it's the first miss for Dan from the line tonight. 14-point Panther lead. Clock runs to 50. 3-point attempt by Hagen. Long, shots long. Shea got the rebound, but the ball was stolen. Serio controls it nicely. Serio is going to go to the line with a chance to extend the Panther lead here in the waning minute of this Friday night basketball game. Very workmanlike effort for the Panthers tonight. Nothing flashy. They rebounded, played good defense, and made free throws. First one from Serio is good. Second one, in and out. Zabrowski rebound. 15-point Panther lead, just under 30 seconds. Wild three-pointer from Zabrowski. Again, he was moving as he shot it. And when you move when you're shooting, it's very difficult to adjust for the momentum that your body gives to the ball. And once again, he was long. Murphy comes up, tries to take out Simpson with a cross body block. That'll be his 5th foul. I think he just wanted to sit down.
Fouls on number 22, Charles Murphy, his 5th. At the line is number 11, Dan Simpson.
Simpson has 11 points here in the second quarter to go with 5 in the first half for a total of 16. At one point he had made 8 in a row from the free throw line, and I talked about it too much, so I guess I jinxed him. More or less academic at this point. Austin chipped in with 11. Shea chipped in with 8. Kind of a quiet night for Shea, but they were, when you're the leading scorer in most games, the opponents will try to shut you down. They tried to shut down Christian, and Dan and John Austin stepped up. Let's not forget Pete. Pete Siri had a great game. 12 points in the first half to go with 8 points in the second half. So he's got 20. He had 15 in the last outing. So back-to-back great outings for Pete. He's got to be happy about that. Tomaszewski into the game now, the big 6'8" senior. Tried to make a move to the basket. Number 42, another sub that came in at mop-up time. Clutter, his name is Clutter. He looked like he was a running back, piling through the line of scrimmage. McCormick will be content to just get over the half-court line so they don't get a 10-second violation, and that'll be the game. Been a game that some of us anticipated being a little bit closer based on previous experiences with other teams and the record that Canon-Mac brought in. St. Clair has a 16-point lead, 62-46. Thank you and good night. This is Hank Chesko. Thank you with cameraman Rob. Good night.